If you're a Nintendo Switcher, like myself, chances are you're not just always playing in handheld mode or just in the dock. Regardless of what you do, whether you're hooked up to the TV or on the go, you're probably going to have a controller. And although most people probably do have something like the Pro Controller or maybe a wired controller, like the Pro Controller is a bit pricey, even though it's come down in price and it's usually on sale. You can find it at Walmart or like on Amazon. But regardless, if you're somebody that loves Animal Crossing, here's something you've probably seen or maybe even have checked out for yourself, and that is the PowerA Animal Crossing Enhanced Wireless Controller. Just a bit of an unboxing here just to give you a look at what the controller is, what it does, how it feels. So guys, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. My name's D-Dub. Feel free to subscribe for other unboxings and reviews and all sorts of different things Nintendo related. I also do live streams, kind of random, but hey, feel free to come back to the channel anytime. All are welcome. So without further ado, I've opened the box here, and the box has the logo. You got KK Slider on the back. You got what it does right here on the back. You have these programmable buttons. And although this thing is kind of pricey for what it is, it does, however, have motion controls, but no NFC and no rumble. Now, I know most people would probably have a problem with that, and I myself don't care too much. This is definitely not as good of a controller as the Pro Controller, as most people probably know by now. But I gotta say that before I actually had a Pro Controller, I did have one of these wireless PowerA controllers, and for what it is, like I said, it may be a little bit pricey. This one here is probably going to be retail price for a little bit, but they do have other ones that will be on sale from time to time. I've seen them for like 25 bucks at Walmart. And for 25 bucks for a wireless controller, this thing actually feels pretty good. Now, it's definitely not the exact same shape, and it's not the exact same weight. It feels lighter. If I shake this controller, the Pro Controller, and then I shake this controller, you can hear that. Really, it's just the shoulder buttons that kind of move around. It's really just the top buttons here that kind of jiggle in place. But for what it is, like I said, I don't mind this controller at all. The thumbsticks are about the same size. They're a little bit more concave. The buttons are the same size, although they're not as flat. They're actually a little bit smaller, but they're not as flat as on the Pro Controller. And I don't mind that. And the D-pad feels fine. Some people have complained that it's a bit sharp. I myself don't really, I'm not too concerned with that, but I do think the PowerA wireless controllers are actually, they're decent for what they are. You could muster up the last bit of cash and go for something like a Pro Controller, and that probably would be the way to go. But I knew when I saw this thing, at least like a month ago when it first was coming out, that I would probably get my hands on it. Now, they do also have the Timmy and Tommy one, which I did not see at the store, so chances are that thing was sold out. I mean, come on, it's KK Slider. So this thing, of course, is equipped with all the cool little symbols from Animal Crossing, and it's got a pretty good high-quality feel to it. It's like a matte finish that's pretty much over the controller. And the shell itself is just very well done. That was one of the first things I noticed about any of these PowerA controllers when I first used them back right after the Switch first came out, was that they have this nice matte feel to it, and this one is no different. It's almost like a rubberized plastic kind of matte kind of feel to it, and it's really not that bad for what it is. And then, of course, although kind of useless, there are the mappable buttons in the back. I myself have not really used them for anything. There was one or two games that I actually did map it out for and did actually try it with. Maybe for Animal Crossing, I suppose you could map like your net, or even for like picking up, you could probably map like your Y to it, so that when you're picking things up, you could just kind of hit the button in the back for it. Two of them is kind of unnecessary and not needed, but it is an extra feature of the controller. And so do I recommend it over the Pro Controller? Not really, no. I would definitely have to say that I would enjoy the Pro Controller much more, and if they came out with some kind of Animal Crossing Pro Controller, I really wouldn't want this thing or want to use this thing, but I'll be using it just because of what it is, and it's a nice collector piece, so that's pretty much why I got it. Although it may sit on the shelf a little bit, I'm going to get some use out of it, especially playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. So sure, the Pro Controller is better. It's a little bit more expensive depending on your region and where you get it. going online or something like Walmart would definitely be better. When this Pro Controller first came out, it was $79.99, but you can find the thing for pretty much $59.99 at a local Walmart. They tend to cut a little bit off the top, at least most locations from what I understand and from what I've seen being out there. So that is a way to go, but do I recommend the PowerA wireless controller, or even for the price, some of the other wired controllers that they offer? I would have to say, yeah, I do recommend it. It does have a decent feel. It's not totally top quality, and although it is a little bit light, it has a good feel and it's designed very well. It's much better than some of the other cheaper third-party controllers that you will find out there or on things like Amazon, as the market is just completely flooded with the amount of different cheap pro controllers or wired controllers, and some of them vary on what they have. Some have NFC, some don't, some have rumble, some don't even have motion controls. So like I said, this doesn't have rumble, doesn't have NFC for your amiibo, but if you're playing something like Animal Crossing, you still have the Joy-Con to use for NFC, and when it comes to rumble, not a huge miss. And it also does have motion controls, so that works well for plenty of other games in the Nintendo Switch library. So once again, yeah, I do recommend it. So yeah, just a quick unboxing here on D-Dub. I want to say thank you for watching the video. Like I said, hit the thumbs up. If you're new to D-Dub, subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed this look at this Animal Crossing controller. Hopefully you're enjoying your time in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I'll have my Switch code down in the description if you want to add me. If you want to play online together, do some multiplayer, just feel free to hit me up. And I'm trying to play with enough people doing multiplayer in the future to try to put some kind of video together. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to reach out to me and I will gladly accept that offer. Once again, this is D-Dub, not the source, but a source, hopefully your source for all sorts of different things, Nintendo Switch related, product reviews, unboxings, first looks at, impressions, all those kinds of different things, and more different new stuff to come in the future as I build this channel. I want to say thank you for everyone who supports the channel. We're almost to 200 subs. Just keep it going, keep hitting the likes, leave me some comments. Like I said, follow me on Twitter, and just once again, thank you. I wish I could keep talking to you, but I gotta go. I'm all out of time, and I need to play Animal Crossing New Horizons on my Nintendo Switch. Thank you.